Alright, hey everyone, it's Lee. It's, May 25th of 2011, and it's roughly, about 8:37 in the evening right now. I had a lot of stuff happen this month. One of the things being that I got all my stuff back from my ex, because he wouldn't allow me in the house and all this stuff. So, I finally got my stuff back. Today I'm 130 days on testosterone, and it's been a really, really crazy month. My divorce got finalized. I got all my stuff in the house, which is awesome. The garage here is just packed right now. I'm still going through stuff and sorting stuff and whatever. So, my divorce got finalized. I had my top surgery consultation, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I also got my name change done. I did my name change here in Tarrant County, and it was actually a very easy process. I was actually very surprised, because I've heard horror stories of guys going to get their name change and the courts wouldn't allow it, or one thing or another. I got divorced last week at about 11:30, about 10:30, 11:30 in the morning. And I went from there down to the courthouse in Tarrant County in Fort Worth, and I filed my name change. For anybody who's thinking about doing it, it was $241 to file. You got to bring your fingerprint card, and you have to bring the name change petition. Like I've said before, I have the documents. I'm not sure how they'll transfer to other states, but if you want to see what I did, send me an email, and I'll email you a copy of it. So you gotta bring the name change petition, $241. It got stamped, it got filed. I had to go see the clerk, or the court receptionist sort of people, and they set me up for a court date for, set me up for a court date for today, and I went, and I went in today. I went and I checked in. I brought my name change order with me. They stamped it, filed it, checked me in. I was kind of concerned at first because they're like, are you sure you're supposed to be here today? I'm like, yeah. And I hope that that's okay because I took off work and everything else to be here. So, we ended up, after checking me in, we waited around. My girlfriend went with me. We waited around for a little bit. And then we went to the court, and there were maybe about 4 or 5 of us who were there for name changes, and final decrees on divorces. There were five of us, actually. And then there were other divorces and everything else in between. So, when I saw the judge come in, I was worried, because he looked so stern. I was so afraid that he wasn't going to allow it to happen. However, I got up there. I was, I think, the second to last person called, and I went up there, and, he said to me, he actually didn't ask me very much. The court had me fill out like this sheet of, like 7 or 8 questions and 7 or 8 facts, where I lived, my name, what my name was, what my name was going to be, why I'm changing it, and things like that. The judge just asked me very simply, so you're going to change your name to this? I said, yes, sir. And he said, are you sure this is in the public's best interest and your best interest? I said, yes, sir. He said, is there anything else you would like me to know about this case? No, sir, not in particular. And then he signed it and moved on. I was actually very surprised because I didn't have to give the reason for my name change. He didn't say it, and he didn't ask me to say it. And even though I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing, it just felt like he respected me enough to not out me to the courtroom, which was very much appreciated. So after that, my girlfriend and I went to, she had some other stuff to do, but we went from there, and then eventually we ended up at the DMV to get my license changed, which my license is now on order, which will have Lee James on it, which I'm really excited about. Something very simple, but it's a big step for me, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. But what's cool about it is that we ended up waiting. We were there forever. We were there for about 2 hours, I think. And we were talking to everybody and whatever. And eventually this one woman and her mother came in to do some change on her mother's driver's license. and they were talking to this other guy who'd been waiting just a little bit longer than, or a little bit, a little bit longer than us. And it was, and his number was getting closer and closer, and the woman's like, just a couple more, just a couple more, just a couple more, you know, it's gonna be your turn, it's gonna be your turn. And he got up and went, and the woman cheered and went, yay, and it was cute. But then my number came up maybe like 2 numbers later, and she started cheering, and for some reason the whole DMV, it's just one of those things, you know, you start cheering, and everybody starts cheering for no apparent reason whatsoever, and yeah, I found it kind of funny that no one knew what they were cheering about, but they were actually cheering on my name change and my driver's license change, and that was kind of cool. I now have to order my birth certificate from Illinois. The cool thing is that here in Texas, they send you your license, so I was told it'll take about 4 to 6 weeks. My birth certificate will take about 4 to 6 weeks, so when all that comes in, I can go change my social security card, and then get my passport and everything else that I need to do. So that went really well. I also had my consultation this week with Dr. Peter Raphael in Plano, Texas, and we set a date for the pre-op in the end of November and the surgery beginning in December for my top surgery. There's a lot of fundraising to do between now and then, and if not, possibly a loan. And we'll see, whatever. I have started a Chipin account, and I'm putting the link down there. So if you want to donate to my Chipin account, I would be very much appreciative. $1, 50 cents, 75 cents. I really don't care. Any money would be appreciated for that. Sorry, there's a car alarm going off in the background. But if not, I understand. I just appreciate people watching and giving feedback and everything like that. So, oh, I know what I wanted to say. But Peter Raphael was very, very nice, very professional. I went in and I just filled out some basic paperwork, and then I went back to the consultation room, and I talked to the consultation person, and I saw some pictures of his work, and I learned that he now does the surgery, but he does it in a way where he does what he calls a quilt stitch, where instead, how top surgery is usually done, for those of you who haven't watched the video, I put it in one of these sides. I put it in my favorites somewhere. But what they do essentially is they cut right here, lift up the flap of skin, take all the areolar tissue out and all the fat tissue out. Well, not all the fat tissue, but all the areolar tissue out and some of the fat tissue out. Put it down in order to make the chest flat. And then they put the drains in, and they let the tissue underneath re-adhere to the muscle. Now what they found is, instead of doing that, now what Dr. Raphael does is he stitches in a quilt, in kind of a quilt, he called it a quilting pattern. Okay. He re-stitches the tissue to the muscle, so that creates a better seal, but, you know, and promotes better healing. And also, you don't need the drains anymore. So I'm not going to have to wear drains for a week, which is really cool, because that just seems like, I'm actually, in a way, it's kind of cool because I've heard a lot of problems occurring with the drains, and in a way I'm kind of ticked because I've seen all these other guys get their drains out, and I've just been curious as hell to see what it feels like. Now I'm not going to get that chance, but I would rather have, you know, the nicer chest and, you know, better healing and all that jazz. We talked to him also. He's also going to be able to suction out my baby gut. And I saw a couple pictures of guys who had done lipo and top surgery at the same time, and it was great. His results looked fabulous. So I can't wait to see what it looks like on my body, because he made the comment, and maybe he was, you know, trying to promote my ego a little bit, maybe not. But he said that the rest of me was very masculine, except for, you know, my abdominal, my chest area. So, there we go. That happened. It's just been a crazy month. It's been a lot of things happening. As far as T goes, the only thing I've really noticed lately is that my strength has really increased. I'm up to 67 on the 67 on the bench press. I found I'm able to do 3 pull-ups now, and I'm starting to work out my ab muscles a little bit to try and work some of that down, so it's not going to be that bad. The person who I spoke to for the consultation portion of the thing told me that the lipo, I'm going to have to wear compression on my abdomen. I'm going to have to wear compression on my top for another 4 weeks, even after the surgery and after all the bandages are taken off and everything, to promote the healing and make sure everything stays where it's supposed to. But when she told me about how she said this doesn't hurt. To have the lipo done, it feels like someone will be either repeatedly hitting me with a baseball bat, or it's going to feel like I did an obscene amount of crunches. Personally, I don't care as long as I get the results. In some ways. So, what else? I haven't really noticed much as far as T changes go this past month. A little bit more. It's essentially a little bit more hair. I think my voice has dropped. I actually know my voice. Actually, I take that back. I know my voice dropped somewhat. Maybe not a noticeable amount. But I had a sore throat for like 4 weeks, or not 4. That's an exaggeration. Maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, and it was back to the thing that I posted on my voice change video. Sore throat, a lot of mucus, and I heard my voice today on a recording, which I may throw up on YouTube. After I got my name change done, I went out with my girlfriend and a friend of ours, and we went to this place where they had sprinklers, and it's about 80-some degrees down here in Texas right now, and I went through the sprinklers in my dress clothes because they have to get washed anyway. So I may throw that up, but that was pretty fun. But our friend recorded it, and I heard my voice, and it sounded nothing like what I'm used to hearing it sound like. It was awesome, actually. I was sitting in a chair today, and I could feel the vibrations going through the chair. It's just awesome. It's awesome. Other than that, I really haven't noticed a lot. So, hopefully, next couple months will bring a little bit more hair growth. I want my stomach hair to get better and whatever. So that's it. I think I have some other stuff to post on, but I'll do that in another video because I think I'm running long on this. So I hope everyone's doing well. Any questions, comments, especially about the name change, because you don't need a lawyer to do it in Texas. It's very, very easy. Seriously, hit me up for the forums. I've heard people charging $300 or $700 for a name change in Texas, and it's just unnecessary. You can do everything yourself. So hit me up if you have any questions about it, or if you just want to see the paperwork to see how it compares to your state. And hope everyone's doing good, and I'll talk to y'all soon.